So what I got here today is a 1990 Toyota 4Runner that the rear window quit working on it. So I bought a regulator for it and gutted it all out because it seemed to be the regulator was not working properly. And there are all the bushings in this thing, every one of them, all these pivot points where it pivots at, the other one's down in here somewhere, they're all wallered out and not working too hot. The rollers are pretty well shot on the end as well. But the real problem was, if you look at this gear here, it's all wallered out and doesn't stay put. So that's the biggest problem. So I called the dealership back and said, hey, you guys got a motor for this thing? And they said, yeah, no problem. It's $230. Well, I only paid $60 for this whole big crazy regulator setup with all this crap on it and spring steel and all this stuff. So I called up Napa and they have one and they'll have it to me tomorrow morning for 22 bucks. And it has a lifetime warranty on it. So we're going to go ahead and throw that in there and put it back together. And while we're at it, we'll go ahead and pull the glass out and these run channels inside here. We're going to clean those up because they're all full of moss and all kinds of gooey things. And that should solve the problem. As far as pulling it out of here goes, really simple to get it out. There's 4 bolts that hold it on. And it just unbolts. You slide it to the one side to pull it out of the track. On this side, you go over center, pop it up, and then go to the opposite side, pull it over center, pop it up, and then you just kind of fish it out of this hole after you've disconnected the 2 different lock rods, 2 cables for the latches on either side, and unplug it. So, pretty straightforward repair. Yeah, I figured I'd just show you guys that most likely if you're having a problem on one of these rear windows, it's probably the motor, not the regulator. But it's kind of tough to tell until you get it out. You can actually check all these pivot points and make sure that everything's working properly and synchronized together. The other thing, when I got this other regulator, this clock spring was not hooked here. It was hooked over here on this opposite side. So I had to take that apart and then resynchronize these 2 gears together, which is kind of a pain in the ass fighting this spring and the other spring on the other side. So, if you get one, just hope to God it's all synchronized together and in the proper spot. So, but yeah, other than that, you just bolt it back together and make sure you lubricate everything real well and slide her in. Thanks, guys. Bye.